find yourself in life overwhelmed and completely out of balance, I know I myself and many other women have, Francine here helps people find that balance again. So, Francine, what do you do? Would you like to explain it to us?
I'd love to. I am a professional life coach, and I'm also a life balance expert.
Yeah.
And my mission is to help women who are overextended, who want to get out of overwhelm, and step into a bigger life that has more focus, more fun, and more flow.
Oh yeah, so it's important in people's lives. So how do you do that?
Well, if somebody's wondering if they might be a superwoman and not sure, well, they can certainly visit my website, and I have a little quiz there. There are actually different types of superwomen.
Oh yeah?
There are some superwomen that are actually doing very well. That's what we call the enlightened superwomen.
Yeah.
And but if you're curious to know, there is a quiz on my website that you can visit and find out for yourself.
Okay, so that's how they know if they're overwhelmed. So then, what's the next step after they found out how they are? If they do find that they are overwhelmed.
Well, the quiz is a great starting point for identifying potential red flags.
Yeah.
And if somebody is wondering, well, what would I do next?
Yeah.
They can certainly apply for a private one-on-one life balance discovery session with me.
Yeah.
And during that time together, we look at everything that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
First of all, it's important to identify those things that are working well, so we can celebrate those.
And maintain them.
Absolutely, we want more of that.
Oh yes, definitely.
And look at those areas that are not working well.
Oh yeah.
Because those are, and we all know inside for the areas that we're not happy with, but we don't always know what to do about it.
No.
And so during the discovery session, we talk about like possibly what is it that you would prefer in your life?
Oh yeah, so your own personal self, where it's going.
Absolutely. And I find that with women, because they are so busy, we're wanting to be everything to everybody.
Yes.
We're having a hard time saying no.
Yes.
So we take on all of these additional projects, and at the end of the day, we've forgotten, who are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, and what we're doing. And so you can help them align themselves and figure out what it is they actually want in life.
Absolutely, and that's certainly the start of the process.
It is, yes.
And along the way is reconnecting inside with who we are, you know, those what we call core values.
Yes, very important.
And also what our priorities are.
Yeah.
Because often we're taking on things that are not even fitting into what's important with us.
Yes, yes.
And you scratch your head and you say, what did I get myself into?
Yes. We've definitely all been there. So can you tell us why you've chosen to do this?
Well, I myself speak from experience that I've lost balance more than once, and I've actually hit the brick wall.
Oh yeah.
And I've experienced the emotional, physical, spiritual burnout.
Yes.
And having to rebuild myself.
Yeah, so you've got the experience behind you.
I do. And so along the way, I found out what the right formula is.
Okay.
And that includes focusing on what's important.
Yeah.
Having more fun.
No, that's very important.
And when you start to align yourself, your actions and your decisions based on what's important, then there's more flow and there's more ease.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of overwhelm. You know, less struggle and more fulfillment, more happiness, and
all
more
important.
joy.
That's a great thing in life. So do you have any really great examples you'd love to share with everyone?
I'd love to. I worked with this very busy young mom, and she had 3 children under the age of 6. And she was also a solopreneur, so she was building a business. And she was so tied to her cell phone.
And we've all been there, right?
We've all been there. So when we're with our kids, we're on the phone, and then we're at work and we're thinking about our kids.
I chucked out my phone once for 6 months, most relaxing 6 months of my life.
Well, it gotten so bad that even in the middle of the night, when she would wake up to go to the bathroom, she would bring her cell phone with her so she could be checking messages.
That just means she doesn't even, have going to the bathroom as her own mental space.
And so the brain is always on. And so I help women find their off switch.
Yeah, and that's important. These sorts of things where you just stop, have a cup of tea, be myself, is important.
And enjoy the moment.
Yes, very important.
So that when you're with your children, you can be with them 100%.
And that's better for them as well.
It's a better quality time. The relationships tend to, like with your husband, your spouse, they thrive because you're fully present with them.
Yes.
As opposed to...
I guess a lot of the time you find in the long run as well that they get more out of each of those individual situations if they're actually in that situation.
It's amazing when you start doing the right things for the right reasons, how it becomes so much more fulfilling. Your day becomes more productive because you're coming from a space where everything is aligned and it makes sense.
Yes. So we're so glad you've come and joined us. And this is Francine. And you can find her website at TechMag Social on her Cameo page, just next to this video. And thank you for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.